All right, well, that was pretty fun. So guys, this is pretty cool, and you might recognize this upper from, well, if you are a fan of the MP5SD. The SD version that has an integrally suppressed ported barrel. And that's what this is, but it's on an AR lower. It's built by Broad River Tactical and called the CAR15-SD. And yes, just like an MP5, an AR had a baby. But first, we're gonna thank our sponsor. I'm very excited for today's video sponsor, Renewal Rain Mineral Water. And it's not just that it's a tasty, naturally flavored mineral water, which it is. It actually has like 5 ingredients, and 2 of those are water and Dead Sea salt. But Renewal Rain's mission is that as you refresh your body, that you renew your soul. Their desire is that while you enjoy a can of Psalm Squeeze, yes, I know it's Psalms, it's an inside joke for my camp friends. Well, that while you enjoy your Renewal Rain, they hope that you take the opportunity to slow down from this busy life and dig into God's Word. Spend some special quiet time with Jesus and renew your soul. Renewal Rain is more than just hydration. It's an invitation to renew your spirit and make a positive impact in the world. You can save 25% when you go to renewalrain.com/TSD25 and use my code TSD25. And now that I have cracked open this can, I'm going to take a break with some Bible reading myself, and you can continue on with today's video. So this is the Broad River Tactical CAR15-SD, and yes, just like we said earlier, it's just like an MP5SD. So you do have a ported 9mm barrel under here, and if you have like a retro MP5SD suppressor sleeve, it will go right over it and work in the same way because it's the M18, M13, I forgot the thread pitch. You just screw it right on. So we have 2 suppressors right here though. These are by High-Tech Arms, right in Dallas, Texas. This is the 9-inch one because I like that the most, because I mean, we're doing SBR. It's a 9mm, so even if this is a little quieter, I like the little shorter. But it will slide right on and cover up those barrel ports and then suppress the whole thing. Why ported barrel? It's because then we can use any ammo we wish and it'll be subsonic. Because when you suppress a supersonic round, you still get that ballistic crack, and on something a low caliber, like even a 22 or a 9mm, if you're shooting supersonic ammo and you get that crack, you're like, why did I even suppress this? It's not that impressive. But going all the way back to the MP5SD, when they started porting it to bleed off some of those gases, to suck away some of that velocity, now we're subsonic, that around 1,050 feet per second threshold with most ammo. So your 115s, your 124, the stuff you normally find on the shelf, and you don't have to buy the more expensive 147 grains. Does it reduce your energy and power? Yeah, it does. But it's quiet and it's stealthy, so that makes it cool. Broad River Tactical offers this MP5 style handguard, so it tucks right in there. And they also just sell the system. If you're like, man, I love how that looks, I already have a 9mm suppressor, they got one that's not ported that you can have the same look out of, and plus some other 8.6 blackout, 300 blackouts. You can go find that on their website. We're running the Endo mags today because that's the whole thing, is we can use a standard AR lower. So if you already had one that's SBR'd, sweet, now you can just throw the upper on it. And this is the new transparent mag from Magpul, and that kind of drives the point home because we have the CMMG Endo mag, also made by Mean Arms, and now we can shoot 9mm out of a regular mag well. It uses the radial delayed blowback bolt. We have covered that several times before in the Banshee line. Instead of just a direct blowback, which is somewhat violent of recoil, that radial delayed bolt, it slows that bolt down just a little, which is great for suppression. Of course, it helps with recoil, but then it keeps the gases inside the upper longer and less out of your face. So now what we're gonna do is throw some standard 115 grain in and check out how it runs. To appreciate the quietness of an integrally ported barrel, sucking that extra velocity off to make it subsonic, we have to shoot some supersonic ammo, and this is non-ported barrel. We switched guns. This is a standard beam CMMG, not ported with a YHM R9. So we're gonna put a couple down there. It got some blowback, but we gotta wait for the Caldwell Velociradar to process. And we're at 1263. Okay, it's doing it again. So you are here. So I almost am to the point of wanting to wear ear protection. However, all the noise is downrange. 1277, there we go. And we have a nice little jam there. This bolt has not been good to us, but you get the idea. 1270 feet per second. That's 200 feet per second to suck away to make it subsonic. Let's see if it does. Same ammo, Winchester White Box, 115 grain. This is out of the CAR15-SD. Much quieter. All right, and this is also the shorter suppressor, 1104. So technically, that's really a little too hot still, but it's obviously subsonic. Try again. All right, nick that target. This does take about 5 seconds to process, but there we go, 1038, and it was a weak read, so we'll do one more, but 1038's great. That's what we kind of want. It's close. In fact, I had some Winchester range ammo that was 115, that was still too hot. 1122, so really you almost want a little bit more porting there, but it works. We have a full video on this. This is the Innovative Arms Integrally Suppressed CZ Scorpion Evo 3, I believe. They're IASC9K, but it's also ported. All right, let's see what those velocities do with the same ammo. And while we're waiting on the processing, we will have this shotgun mic with the auto gain off, so you get an actual legit comparison between what they sound like. 1090, that's more like it. 1074, so it's just a smidge hot, but it's still sub. 1056. 1056 is actually perfect. We have the GHM9, same thing, ported, integrally suppressed, lots of first round pop though. Let's see, same ammo, supersonic 115s. That's a lot of first round pop. The second one will be better, I promise. 978 sucked quite a bit of velocity off. 1057, that's about perfect. 1062, so that's pretty good. Our average being 1032. They nailed the porting on this one. Let's check our accuracy. We are right around 20 yards from right here, maybe a smidge over. We're just gonna put a couple in. These are 124 grains though. You get the idea. That's a decent group for 20 yards because this is not made as a sniper rifle. It's made as a sub gun that looks cool like an MP5 that you can put your AR on. So kind of cool. So we're going to do a comparison for you so you can see how the Hi-Tech Arms 12-inch works or sounds as well as the 9. Now I did have some accuracy issues lately and I haven't taken it apart to figure out why. It was shooting great earlier, same groups and stuff, but yeah, last trip to the range it wasn't as accurate, but we can still see what it sounds like. So that about wraps it up. If you're looking for an MP5SD that you can put on your AR, it's the only one I know of. I didn't hear much of a difference between the 9 and 12-inch suppressor. But the coolest part, once again, is that integrally suppressed ported so that you can shoot the cheapest ammo you have on the shelf and still be subsonic and still be cool. Because when we put it in that Banshee, you know, it's only a 4.5-inch barrel, but 115 grains are still zipping and still a little bit loud. And then this is again the Hi-Tech Arms suppressors. So that's the suppressor by Hi-Tech Arm, but then Broad River Tactical makes the upper that's ported as well. All right, so what do you think? Leave a comment. Is this for you? I think it's a cool range toy, that's for sure. And thanks for watching. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.